Hello and welcome to Everything To Guppy, the podcast where we talk about every single item, every single enemy, every single everything in the Binding of Isaac. I'm William Hughes, and I'm joined, as always, by a guy who's got a real, real musky whiff about him, a real Elon Musky whiff about him. Gary Butterfield.
I got a musky tusk.
Yeah, Gary, congratulations on your musky tusk. Gary, I have an idea I want to float by you. It has nothing to do with skin abscesses, which is a real
unusual for you, but go ahead.
I know it's kind of my whole thing. I'm very authentic about the TV show Wings, and I love talking about puss.
Yep, talking puss.
We need to make a Souls-like game, and
Okay.
the Souls-like game is called. So here's what that meant.
Okay.
And mechanically, it'll be like every other fucking Souls-like game. You know, we'll have Estus and bonfires and shit. But the big innovation will be that every time some obscure-ass noun or whatever is placed in the game, we will then have like a pop-up video pop-up that just says, that's what that is.
Oh.
So like, at the end of the Age of Fire, boop, boop, 1972.
Yeah, like the hover over text in Tyranny.
Yeah, exactly. But just like the most like, and then the shadowed one, and then boop, boop, and it just tells you who the shadowed
John.
one is. Yeah, John.
Yeah.
This idea brought to you by playing fucking Mortal Shell.
I figured that was...
Yeah.
Not only did I figure that was what brought this up, but I also would have bet money that it was going to come up sometime during this session.
Yeah, because I played a bunch of it yesterday, and the review embargo lifted on it today, so...
Yeah.
Where you have your unknown shell that you feed with the tar, but you have to go get the sacred gland. And it's all, like, it's good-ish. It's just, I'm a little over ambiguity, I think.
Yeah. I could see that.
Because, good ambiguity is good, but you can make bad ambiguity real easy.
Well, and people who ape Dark Souls do that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
An awful lot, yeah. I started playing, we didn't get very far in it because we were having connectivity issues, but I started a playthrough of Remnant from the Ashes with Derek.
Oh yeah, that also has a lot of that shit.
There's a tooltip that pops up in the beginning that says, iron, the world's oldest metal, or something like that, as the description for iron.
Hey, what am I? I'm fucking bronze over here. What's wrong with me?
I can't remember the exact words, but it's something very similar to that, and it was really, really good. We both laughed out real loud.
I have a screenshot, or maybe I forgot to actually save it, but I had a screenshot in Mortal Shell that is just my favorite text prompt ever, which is, summon the wormfish?
Don't mind if I do.
It's just, at some point you're just like, I feel like they take the plots and then like, let's vague this up about 30%.
Yeah. Yeah, if we told people what it was, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, they'd think it was stupid.
Yeah. I'm not brought back into wanting to watch or play Souls-likes again.
Yeah.
I'm a little over the whole thing right now. I'll be back.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I've been playing a lot of Neo 2. That's been like my cooldown game.
Yeah.
Neo 2, no ambiguity whatsoever.
Oh, no. Well, you'd have to have a story to have ambiguity. Like,
hey, there's a story in Neo 2, but although it is a prequel to Neo 1, so it does assume you care about some of the characters from Neo 1.
There were characters in Neo 1?
There was the guy.
There was William.
Hey!
William of Whiteness.
And my deep love for Oda Nobunaga.
Sure.
From the video games where he gets his revenge.
Gets ambitious.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It's his ambition.
Yeah. He probably gets some revenge in there too, though.
I bet he does. He seems like a vengeful guy with very severe eyebrows.
Oh, yeah. I like the eyebrows. That's my favorite thing about Nobunaga.
You know what? If I'm not careful, I'll confuse him with Lu Bu, another heavily eyebrowed
I don't care
Chinese
for Lu Bu.
sister. Gary, can I get a clean read on that, please?
Yeah. I don't care for Lu Bu.
Okay.
No thanks. He's too memey in those Dynasty Warriors games.
Yeah.
He's like the meme guy, and it's just like I don't like that para fun that people have around stuff.
It's so weird, the people who are like, there are people for who like these Chinese and Japanese historical figures are like superheroes.
Yeah.
They're really into like Sao.
Yeah. And I don't, and it's not like I don't respect it from that culture. I don't respect it from any culture.
Yeah.
I don't think of, George Washington that way.
Oh, George Washington, real fast, Gary.
I don't care for George Washington. I don't.
Your famous impression, self-hating George Washington.
I thought you just wanted a clean read. George Washington is...
No, I'm good. That's your impression of George Washington.
I don't care for George.
I don't care for George Washington.
That man lived in constant pain because of his teeth. Like that, he was not a happy man.
But he owned slaves and thus...
And thus was happy.
No, and thus deserves no sympathy.
Yeah, I don't care for the founding fathers. I do care for Tech X.
I like Tech X as much as I like John Adams. And I like John Adams quite a bit.
Well, I didn't know where you're going with that, but I'm glad it ended the way it did.
Our friend from Braintree.
This is
Isn't it weird? He's from a town called Braintree.
I thought you were referring to like some podcast or webcomic bullshit that I didn't know about.
Yeah, that's Braintree, baby.
Yeah, I was totally convinced that was a webcomic. Like, I don't fucking know what this is.
Welcome to Braintree.
Welcome to Braintree, where the brain cloud is the weather. This is in the Tech family. It's a cool Cyclops visor. And it allows you to charge and shoot rings of tears that are intangible. Like they pierce and they go over objects. Mm-hmm. And what they don't tell you about is that this does way more damage. It's not even on the wiki, but like once you get this, it ticks damage so often that you're just going to fucking rip.
Yeah, I mean, I think it ticks as much as the regular laser beams do, but it hits so many.
It's slower.
Yeah.
And it just hovers on enemies.
It's so good. I have no idea how stats affect this shit. Like, it always seems completely random how far they fly and stuff, but it's always good.
Yeah. It's
Get
really
this
hard.
with, like, homing. Get this with homing, where, like, the ring, like, distorts out to, like, kill shit.
Yep. I find it hard to lose with this.
It's the best tech item by a country mile.
Yeah. Like, this is exceedingly good. Like, this in a first room can carry you for a very long time.
And unlike some of the broken items, it still feels fun. Like, even though you know you're probably going to roll, it's still really fun to play with this.
Yeah, absolutely. It synergizes with a bunch of stuff. I love this with brimstone.
Yeah.
Where you shoot a big circle of brimstone. With Mom's knife, it just stacks. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Anything where you shoot out multiple tiers, like 2020 or Third Eye or whatever, this is real fun with. Really good item. This is like, I never think about this, but this is like easy in my top 15. Like,
and it came late. Like, as far as things that this is from Afterbirth, not Afterbirth Plus, but it's still really
relatively
good.
Late. Yeah. What a good item.
Good job, Edmund.
Yeah. Edmund did a good job with this one.
Edmund,
there should still be a tech transformation.
Yeah. That'd be good.
That'd be really cool.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah. Android boy.
Give Isaac like a little aura of laser around him.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
That'd be visually neat too.
Oh man.
Hire us, someone.
I started playing Bloodlines again, and I just realized I just channeled the ghoul you meet outside of the clinic. Oh man, that's cool, man. Remember that guy?
Vaguely. It's been a minute.
The voice acting in Bloodlines is slightly worse than I remembered
Yeah.
for some of the characters.
Hello, I am the prince.
Yeah, it's just like, I am the prince. Like, everything is that.
Hey, baby, it's me, Velvet Victoria, or whatever the fuck my name is. Velvet Velour.
Yep.
I'm Henry.
I'm Henry for... I had sex with the one twin lady, which I'd never done before in the game.
Hey, congratulations, buddy. Big brags.
Big brags.
Hey, big brags.
Hey, big. I'm like Billy Bragg's older brother. I'd never done that before. Nothing happens. The screen just goes to black and it stays that way until you change the view.
Interesting.
It's real weird. Like you hear some noises and then I'm just like stuck there. So,
that's most
sex.
authentic depiction of sex I've ever heard.
It's incredible sex right there.
Can't have sex right now because of the boil.
Man, I didn't think about that, but that makes sense.
It's pretty close to my penis.
Well, I didn't know that. I was imagining it on your side. I don't know why.
Oh no! It's right under the stomach, like right under the main
sucks,
gut
man.
area. Gary, it's I agree. Yeah. I agree with your assessment that it sucks.
Yeah, that's a bad place to have a boil.
Gary, once again, I find myself in complete and shocking agreement with you.
Yeah. Truly one of the worst. I'm thinking of like worst places to have a boil, and it's not the worst, but it's really up there.
What's the worst? Inside your heart?
Ooh, well, I feel like that's cheating, but yes. Or in your brain.
Ooh, brain
Unless
boil.
it gives you visions of God, or something like that. Like one of those cool tumors, those power tumors.
Grant me boils.
Boils on the inside. Like your forehead would be real bad.
It would be bad in terms of appearance. I think in terms of pain, it'd be okay.
What about like adjacent to your mouth? Like every time you open your mouth to eat or whatever.
I mean, that'd be very bad. That'd be very bad.
That'd be real bad. Dick, obviously.
Yeah, I'd have to get
bottom of the foot.
Bottom of the. Well, now we're getting close to that fucking Joyce Carol Oates tweet, which I've unfollowed 2 people on Twitter for.
Smart, because there's a weird flex on her part. Pretty gross.
Yeah, you know what? I respect Joyce Carol Oates for putting that out in the world. I just don't respect anybody who propagates it.
Like spreads the image.
Yeah, it's the way, like, if someone sets off a dirty bomb, you gotta respect that guy.
You have to. You gotta give it to him.
Legally, you gotta give it to him.
You gotta give it to him. Under all circumstances, you gotta give it to him. Yeah. I don't know that I respect Joyce Carol Oates for doing that.
Well, that's how yeah.
It's ballsy. I'll give her that.
I mean, there's a lot of spheres at play, certainly.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a bad place to get a boil, though.
Gary, we're in perfect agreement. You want to end this episode?
I think it's probably a good idea. I'm running out of boil talk.
Gary, yeah, have we reached a quorum?
Here's a segue, King.
Okay.
There's an enemy in the video game series The Binding of Isaac called Boil.
There is. Now you've segued us to talking about this enemy. Is that where you wanted to end up?
Nope, I just wanted to end up on the game.
But I feel like we have to talk about the enemy now. Tell me more about him.
He's a little lump on the ground. He's a pain in the ass. Shows up in the womb.
What's he do?
He pops in and out of the ground and shoots stuff at you.
Okay. And now, can you segue that into ending the episode?
Shoot us a couple bucks on Pustreon.com.
God, he's fucking good.
/ Duckfeed.tv. You can also leave us a rating or review, like
this one from the Rustling Hulks.
Rustling Hulks. Okay. I was thinking of not Into the Breach when I heard that first. So.
Okay. I definitely went with like Umbra Hulks or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking at first.
All right. I haven't read this one at all, and it looks problematic. So let's see what happens. My favorite podcast about HRC, the wildly successful and then I can't see the full title. Probably not Hillary Clinton. Probably not. I don't know.
Could be.
You know, Gary, we haven't done a seed in like 20 episodes. I'm going to fix that right now. I've got a seed for us from the wiki. This is for the PC, item adjacent to Spawn. KONY2012. Now that we've fulfilled that solemn obligation, here's the review. Be sure to also buy a tub of OxyClean with this to get the blood and diarrhea stains out of your underwear, clothes, furniture, pets, loved ones, and ceiling fans. That's it. That's all it says. So, this episode has been going on for a while, and we really have a lot to talk about in the next one. Good night! And that was a 5-star review from the Wrestling Hulks.
I could tell that was still part of the review because you didn't use our famous sign-off.
Exactly. Gary, they were trying to run a fucking con on us, the smartest boys in podcasting.
Yeah.
But we fucked them over by introducing our new perfect catchphrase.
Yeah. Do you think you can fool 2 people who have logged on to genius.com?
At the same time, without telling each other they were doing it? I was on the Genius for Ballroom Blitz today.
Ooh. What's that about? Some kind of ballroom blitz?
It sure is, Gary.
When referring to a man in the back, they might mean the back of a room.
Oh my god. There is a note on because I was just looking up because I wrote about it for work. I was trying to see if there was like any historical context to it, but no, there is one on there that's asking, if she knew the ballroom blitz was going to happen, why didn't she tell us sooner? And then below that, this is a comment, not an annotation.
Well, they don't know how, she didn't know when you were going to listen to the song.
That's true. Gary, you might have been listening to it before the song came out.
Yeah, duh.
Because of time.
And that's Night Vale, baby.
That's Night Vale, baby!